What's going on, gardeners? Today I'm going to share with you what is tomato leaf curl and is it any bad for the plants. So today we have some tomatoes here that have some definite curling. I mean, you can see it's curling in. This plant here, it's pretty curled up too, as you can see some of the new growth. All this is a plant response due to two things: high heat and low water. Most likely it's high heat, because even if there is sufficient water, which I have been trying to provide these plants with the super high heat, anything above 95, 100, these leaves will start to shrivel, just to conserve their water. This isn't anything bad, they're not wilting or anything. Now, if they're wilting, that does become an issue, because if you flood them with water, most of these fruit here will probably get blossom end rot. But, just a simple leaf curl like this, as long as the leaves are still green, as long as it's still producing fruit, there is nothing really to worry. As you can see here, some of these lower leaves are starting to die off. I'll just kind of snap this off. And you can leave this as mulch if your leaves are not diseased. Here in the low desert, they don't really get diseased. So, and I really hardly prune. I'll leave a link to the other video where I show you why I really don't prune my container indeterminate plants, or even determinate plants, which you're not supposed to do anyway. But just simple things like that. You don't have to worry about tomato leaf curl. Now, if it looks deformed, if the new growth is coming all wonky, or their flowers aren't forming, fruit isn't forming, that could be a herbicide issue. Just be mindful of that as well. But as long as you've been using a good potting mix from a reputable company, you should have no problems with that. The only other thing I would say is you can put up some 30% shade cloth. That would really help these plants out, 20 to 30%, and that would help these tomatoes and whatnot to be less stressed. And at the same time, you can put it on all your sun-loving plants as well, and all your peppers, zucchinis, everything, because once it gets up really hot, everything kind of starts to suffer. But I have yet to use shade cloth in my garden, and so far everything seems to be doing okay. I just got to keep up on the watering, of course, and just enjoying those abundant harvests. As we can see here, look at all these cherry tomatoes, and the ones in the back there, those slicing tomatoes. So I am excited to see that finally. And of course I gotta trim back some marigolds and whatnot. But all in all, that's all you have to worry about tomato leaf curl. Not too much, just keep an eye on it, maybe throw some shade cloth, keep it sufficiently watered, especially if they're in containers. So I hope you liked this video and got some out of it. If you have any tips for us, please leave a comment, and subscribe, like this video, share it with others, and until I see you in the next one, get on growing.